Hey there, I want to thank you for tuning into my channel right now. I am at apple.com and I'm going to teach you all about what is an Apple ID. So, to start this, Apple ID is a username or email account that you use specifically with Apple products that you can log into apple.com, you can log into other devices, or you can even use the App Store and iTunes. So with this, you have synced information across your username, your Apple ID. When someone mentions Apple ID, they are not talking about your Apple ID password. So if someone from Apple asks for your Apple ID, they're asking for your email address. So now that we got that out of the way, which is some normal confusing issues, let's go on how to create your own Apple ID. So you're going to go and visit appleid.apple.com. So once you go there, you will see on a computer, you will see this screen right here. We have create your Apple ID. We are currently on the sign-in page, and there's also frequent asked questions. If you go through these, this will take you through the apple.com tabs like normal. So if you have an Apple ID, you can sign in here. If you don't, you can click on create your Apple ID. It'll ask for your first and last name, what region you're in. This is very important. Don't enter this in wrong. Your birthday. Also don't enter this in wrong. This is important right here, the country and region. That's important for apps. Some apps won't work if you have the wrong region set, or some videos might not work if you have the wrong region set. Your birthday is important in case you need to recover your account, or in case you are a child and you need a child account. We'll talk about that in a different video. So you would go and enter your birthday correctly. You will enter in an email address that already exists. This will be your new Apple ID. So this is not creating a new email. You are entering in an email account that already exists. So, for example, and let's take a look. For example, we have Revelation PvP official at gmail.com. Alright, so that's what you'd enter in there. That's a real email. You enter in a real email address in there, and that becomes your username, aka your Apple ID. So if someone asks you for your Apple ID, you tell them your email address, not your password. Password is definitely something different than your Apple ID. To use a password, it must be at least 8 characters long, have 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase, and at least 1 number. So you would enter that into the password, and then you would confirm the password by typing the same exact thing that you typed in the regular password. If these are not matching, and if you did not follow the instructions that are right here, then it will not let you proceed. Security questions. This is what is called a security question. Security questions are your basic form of security for your accounts. You set these up with answers that only you know, so that no one else can get into your account. If someone else is setting up your accounts for you, make sure that you answer these questions and not the person who's setting up the accounts. If you need to reset your password later on, the answer to these questions are very important. So this is one step in getting access to your account if you forget it. You have multiple questions. You're going to fill out all of those. These are optional. They are checked by default, but none of them are required. If you have any of these checks, the information right here will be emailed to you periodically. You are subscribing to announcements. You are subscribing to apps, music, TV, and more. You are subscribing to Apple News updates. That's only if you have them checked. Alright, so this next part is what confuses so many people. What does that say? Is that 8N? Is that SN? Is that N with some weird stuff behind it? If it's probably 8NP8C, but if you cannot figure this out, you can do new code. That may be confusing as well. You could do new code, 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 new code. There you go. So you go 69GB. How simple is that? Capitals in this part do not matter. If you are having issues reading this, or none of the new codes work for you, you can do visually impaired.
Please enter the phone number you hear in the text box provided.
So once you click on that, it's going to do some ear rape on you, and you won't be able to hear anything for the next 5 hours. No, I'm just kidding. But that was really louder than I expected it to be. So you would enter the codes into here, and then you'd press continue. Now, I already have an Apple ID, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. So here we are. We have K12Long1 email address. And we are going to do the password, which is incorrect. That is also incorrect. I forgot my password. Let's go ahead and reset. Oh, I know why. I forgot to do an email address right there. Your Apple ID is your email address. It is not just a username, it is an email address. Let's do this at gmail.com. Next. Alright, then we're going to do our password. Also incorrect. Also incorrect. Also incorrect. So we're going to have to reset it. So if you forgot your Apple ID, you can look it up. You enter your first name, last name, email address. If you did not forget your Apple ID, then you don't have to go to that part. What you want to do is you want to enter in your Apple ID right there. So once you got that, what information do you want to reset? This website, which is called iforgot.apple.com, you can reset your password, or you can reset your security questions in case you forgot them. So I need to reset my password, so let's go through this. You can get it sent to an email, or you can answer security questions. So let's go to here, continue. Password was sent to my email. So I'm going to go and check my email, and we'll see if we received it. Ignore all of my spam email that's going to show up right here. I'm switching accounts. Okay, so I haven't been in this one for a while, so please excuse all the spam. Here we go. We have a message from Apple. How to reset your Apple ID. Reset now. If you didn't make this change, or you believe an unauthorized person has access to your accounts, go to here and reset your password immediately. Then sign into your Apple ID account and review and update your security settings. But that is not our case right now, so we can click reset now, and it will give us the option to reset our password. Here we go. You'll just type it in there. Make sure you follow these instructions right here, or else it won't let you. Watch. Boop. Boop. Nothing. Let's go for 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See? Now, the reason why it's not working is because it needs a uppercase and lowercase. So let's do J, K. Oh, lowercase k. There we go. Now that is too weak. So if you're trying to make a password, don't make a password that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, JK. Alright, so that's not going to work for us. You can use the suggested password, but if you are going to sign into other devices, there's a good chance you'll forget this password. So I would go ahead and create one off the top of your head. Try not to make a password that you use on other places, because it can be easily guessed if it is compromised. Okay, let's go with this. Do they match? They match. Reset password. They do not match. because this one has too many. Here we go. It is reset. Go to your account. So you are able to sign in now with your Apple ID, which is your email address, and your new password that you just created. Next, I'm going to enter the password into here. That was incorrect. Okay. Clicking remember me is optional, but if you do that, next time you go to the website, you won't have to sign in. So go ahead and click that. All right, security questions. Yeah. So I'm just gonna skip that for right now because you guys do not need to see how to enter my account. But that's how you do it. You would go through there, you would enter that, you would enter your password, you would enter your security questions, and I would totally, oh, I am recording, so I could just edit this out later. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So cut. Resume. And there you go. You are logged into your accounts. You can change all of your settings. Now, here's some things that people may not know about. If you look on the right side here, you have edit. You can change your Apple ID. You can change your name. You could change your birthday if it's incorrect, you know. You can change where you're reachable at. You can add more email addresses. You can change your language, your country, region. Let's go to edit over here. So we have change password, change security questions, add a rescue email address, and two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is the next level security. What it does is it uses a trusted phone number and trusted device in order to verify your account by sending you messages to your device or phone number. Now, enabling this will get rid of the ability to use your security questions. It replaces the ability to do that. So you will no longer need to know your security questions. All right, devices you are signed in. If you sign in with your Apple ID anywhere, they will appear on here, such as a iPhone or Mac, etc. You have payment and shipping information. I don't have any cards on there because I'm not spending any money. You can unsubscribe or subscribe to the Apple stuff used during the account setup. And data and privacy. So let's click on edit up with this one. Let's see what we have to edit. Nothing's happening. Lag. All right, here's what we have to edit. You can edit your billing address, shipping address. Let's go down to here. What can we edit? Share iCloud analytics. Really, that's all that showed. Okay. Manage share setting, view our privacy, manage your data and privacy. Let's see what this does for us. All right, go ahead and sign in. No. Go ahead and sign it. Go ahead and sign in. Go ahead and sign in. Go ahead and sign in. Cut. And here you are, resume. And here you are. Manage your data, learn what Apple collects about you, download guides, get a copy of your data. If you want a copy of your data from apps and services, this is what you do. You click on this button and it will request a copy of your data. Look at all that. You have this information, you have this information. Look at that. So if you wanted, it looks like you can get a copy of your iCloud photos. Next. Ooh, look at that. Maximum size, that much. So really, if you have a free version of iCloud storage, you're not going to need to go above 5. So let's go ahead and do this. complete request. Thank you, we're preparing your details. When your data is available, ready, we'll let you know. This can take up to 7 days. You can view and check the status by going to here. Let's go take a look at the status. Here we are, view details. Date requested there. That's alright. So I don't have anything yet, so we don't need to worry. I think that is just about it. Yep. And then finally, if you need to call in and get additional help, and we need you to get you verified, you can click on support pin and generate a temporary support pin. So if you were to call the Apple support line and they asked for a temporary support pin in order to verify you, you would sign into appleid.apple.com and go to the bottom of the page, click on support pin. You generate support pin, and you have your number. You provide that to them, and then they would be able to help you out further. So this is about all you need to know about your Apple ID. There is one more thing. It is possible to get into account recovery if you have the 2-factor authentication code. So, yeah. So let's go with... We don't have that option since I don't have 2-factor authentication. So I want you guys to tell me that you liked the video. Tell me in the comments. It means a lot. I think that I did a very good job of being knowledgeable and courteous about the instructions. If you need any additional help, you can give us a call back at blah 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 blah. The main Apple phone number, you can actually visit that by going to support. Scroll down all the way down to the bottom. Phone numbers. Contact Apple for support and service. So, if you are in the United States or Canada, you would click on this, and you have this number here for United States. You have this number here for Canada. If you are a teacher or education, you go here. If you speak French and you're Canadian, you go here. Enterprise, that's business. Accessibility has to deal with stuff like disabilities and help with disability type of Apple stuff. Contact Apple support for App Store, iTunes Store, and Apple Books and billing and help. Then there is Apple Cash and person-to-person payments that you can get help with. So if you need help, go to support.apple.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will click on the phone numbers over here. You'll go to this page, and you have all these regions. So even if you're not from United States or Canada, you still have Latin America, Caribbean, Europe, Middle East, Asia, Africa. So that's where Apple helps out. So if you need anything, go and call 1-800-MY-APPLE, or you can go ahead and visit this number if you're in the United States. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'm actually about to go start my work. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe. Do it now. Do it.